Most preppers know the survival rule of threes. Roughly 3 minutes without air, 3 hours without shelter in extreme conditions, 3 days without water, and 3 weeks without food. That rule helps you decide which survival needs demand attention first. But there's another rule of three that could expose weaknesses throughout your preparedness plan. It has nothing to do with how long you can survive without something. It asks a much simpler question. What happens when your only solution fails? Welcome to Prepper's Paradigm, where we focus on practical preparedness without hype or fear-mongering. I use a computer-generated voice because an injury makes my own voice difficult to understand. Good preparedness should never rest on one piece of equipment, one supply, or one plan. The Prepper rule of three is simple. Wherever practical, aim to have 3 different ways to meet an essential need. That does not mean buying 3 versions of every item you own. Real redundancy comes from choosing options that work differently, so one failure does not take all of them down. Let's look at where this rule matters most and how to apply it without turning preparedness into an expensive gear collection. Water is a good place to test a rule because every backup method has limitations. Your first option could be stored drinking water. That gives you immediate access when the tap stops running. Your second option could be a reliable water filter for treating rainwater, creek water, or another suitable source. Your third option might include purification tablets, household bleach used correctly, or boiling. Each method covers a weakness in the others. Stored water eventually runs out. Filters can clog, freeze, or become damaged. Boiling requires fuel. Purification chemicals may expire, and they do not remove dirt or sediment. 3 different methods give you more flexibility when conditions change. A household might store bottled water, keep a portable filter, and maintain a safe way to boil water during an outage. None of those options needs to cost a fortune. Food preparation creates a different problem. 3 cooking options provide little resilience if they all depend on the same fuel. Your normal kitchen stove might serve as the first method. A portable propane or butane stove could provide the second. A charcoal grill, wood stove, camp stove, or outdoor fire setup could serve as the third, depending on where you live. Safety matters here. Never use grills, charcoal burners, camp stoves, or other fuel-burning equipment indoors unless the manufacturer specifically designed them for indoor use. Carbon monoxide can build up without warning. Your backup cooking methods also need matching fuel. 3 propane stoves will not help if the same empty cylinder supplies all of them. A better combination might include an electric stove, a propane camp stove, and an outdoor charcoal grill. That gives you options during a power outage, fuel shortage, or equipment failure. Lighting can remain simple and inexpensive. A headlamp gives you hands-free light while working, cooking, or checking equipment. A battery lantern can light an entire room. A solar light, rechargeable flashlight, or chemical light stick could provide another backup. Candles can also produce light, but they add a fire risk around children, pets, curtains, and stored fuel. Battery-powered lighting usually makes a safer first choice. Battery compatibility also matters. Try to avoid buying several lights that all depend on one unusual battery type or one charging cable. A rechargeable lantern, a battery-powered headlamp, and a solar light provide more resilience than 3 rechargeable lights that all rely on the same outlet. The strongest backups fail for different reasons. Communication shows why equipment alone does not provide complete redundancy. Your phone provides the obvious first option, but a dead network can make several phones useless at once. A battery-powered or hand-crank radio can still receive emergency information when internet access fails. Two-way radios may help family members communicate over shorter distances. A written contact list and a prearranged meeting place provide another layer when electronics fail completely. That written plan matters more than many people expect. Family members should know who to contact, where to meet, and what to do if calls and messages do not go through. Experienced preppers may also use radios, such as GMRS. Beginners can still create useful communication redundancy with a phone, an emergency radio, and a clear family plan. Temperature control requires a plan tailored to your climate. A household in Arizona needs different backups from one in Minnesota. Cold weather plans might include normal home heating, a safe backup heater, and layered clothing with sleeping bags or blankets. Hot weather plans might include air conditioning, battery-powered fans, and a cooler room shaded from direct sunlight. Your third option does not always need electricity. Closing curtains, blocking drafts, limiting the number of rooms you use, wearing suitable clothing, and adjusting your daily routine can make a major difference. Cold weather households might close off unused rooms and gather in one insulated space. Hot weather households might avoid cooking indoors, reduce activity during the hottest hours, and open windows when outdoor temperatures fall. Skills and basic planning often provide the cheapest backup. Evacuation plans can contain two separate single points of failure: the way you travel and the route you take. Your normal vehicle may provide the fastest way out. A second vehicle, bicycle, or motorcycle might provide another option. Walking may become the final fallback if roads become blocked or fuel becomes unavailable. The right choices depend on your health, location, family, and local terrain. Routes need the same redundancy. Plan at least 3 ways out of your neighborhood when possible. One route may use the highway, another may follow local roads, a third might lead in a completely different direction. Paper maps still matter because navigation apps may stop working or send thousands of people toward the same traffic jam. Driving those alternate routes before an emergency also helps. A road that looks useful on a map may contain locked gates, seasonal closures, low bridges, or other obstacles. The prepper rule of 3 is a target, not a demand to solve everything at once. Start by finding the areas where one failure would cause the greatest difficulty. Several flashlights will not compensate for having only one source of drinking water. 3 camp stoves will not help if they all use the same fuel. Multiple communication devices may still fail together if each one relies on the cellular network. Fix the weakest point first. Your third option may not involve buying anything. A printed map can back up a navigation app. A practice skill can back up a piece of equipment. A written family plan can back up several electronic devices. A spare item, a different fuel source, or a low-tech alternative may provide all the redundancy you need. Experienced preppers can use the same rule to review older plans. Gear collections often grow over time, but real gaps can remain hidden. Ask whether your options work independently, whether you have tested them, and whether everyone in your household knows how to use them. Preparedness becomes stronger when one failed item, empty fuel canister, dead network, or blocked road cannot end your plan. Look at each essential need and ask whether you have 3 practical options that work independently. You do not need to buy everything at once. Add one useful backup, learn one supporting skill, and remove one single point of failure at a time. Please like this video, subscribe to Prepper's Paradigm, and visit preppersparadigm.com for more straightforward preparedness guides and gear advice. Thanks for watching. Until next time, stay ready, stay prepared.